Hello, welcome to a video tutorial on how to find parallel and perpendicular lines. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here we have an equation for a line. This is a line right here, and it is in what is called the standard form, or also called the slope-intercept form. Intercept form. That's this form right here. And you can see it's called that because it indicates with this m is the slope. And b is the y-intercept. Okay, what does that mean? So here, I'll choose a different color here. If we have a graph and the line will look something like this. Okay, this point right here is 6, which is our y-intercept. This is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. This 6 is this point right here. This 1/4 is this slope right here. Now if we want to find a parallel line, oh, that box is annoying. Anyway, so if we want to find a parallel line, something like this for example, first of all, what does it mean? How do you know that's parallel? Well, you'll know it's parallel. What's meant by parallel is that these two lines will never intersect. They will never touch at any point, no matter what values you plug in. For x and y, these lines will never touch. That means they're parallel. Now, how do you find an equation of a line that is parallel to this line right here? Well, all it means simply is that they will have the same slope. That's it. The slope in this one is 1/4. The slope in the new line will also be 1/4. Doesn't matter what the y-intercept is. It could be 6, it could be 7, well 6 couldn't be 6, that's the line, but it could be 7, it could be 8, it could be negative 50,000. For example, this line I know that's ridiculous, but this line is parallel to this line. This line's parallel to this line because they have the same slope. Simple as that. Now, I'm sorry, these boxes are very annoying. I don't know, it's something, I'm using OneNote and it just keeps popping up. Anyway, sorry about that. On the other hand, if you want a perpendicular line, all that means is that it's the negative reciprocal of the original slope. So if m is 1/4, then the perpendicular slope, that's what this little symbol right here means m perpendicular, will be the negative reciprocal. What is a reciprocal? It just means the original number flipped over. So 4/1. That's the reciprocal. Now the perpendicular slope will be the negative reciprocal. So you just put a negative sign behind it. The perpendicular slope is the negative reciprocal of the original slope. It's as simple as that. And of course this just equals to -4. So the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this one would look something like this. And whatever b is, you know, could be whatever b. We don't know what b would be. We would have to solve for it. So let's do that. We have, let's give ourselves some space here. Oh, too far. So this question asks, find the equation of the line that goes through the point 4, -6 as perpendicular to the line y equals 4x plus 10. Alright, So what do we do first? How do we approach this problem? Well, we see here they ask for the equation of the line that's perpendicular. If the line is perpendicular, which means they intersect like this. This is one line, and this is the second line. This is one line, this is the other line. And these form 90 degrees, like a square. That's what is meant by perpendicular. So we're given this line. What is the first thing we find? We want to find the new slope. Well, since it's perpendicular, m is 4. That's the slope we're given right now. The new slope will be the negative reciprocal. That'll be negative 1/4. Simply 4 flipped over and put a negative sign behind it. Simple as that. So now we have an equation that kind of looks like this. Okay, what are we missing? We're still missing b. Well, how do we find b? Simple, we're given a point that the line passes through. All we got to do is plug these two values into x and y, and then we can solve for b. We have no more unknowns. So we'll go ahead and do that. We just plug in -6 for y, and then we have -1/4 here. Plug in 4 for x, plus b. All we do then is we go ahead and solve. And I'm doing this step by step, so it's very easy to follow. This just turns into -1. You can see that. Okay. So then you go ahead and solve for b. Now you take these numbers out of x and y and just write the final answer. This is our final answer. Let's use a different color. What color is that? No, it's kind of like purple. Okay. Y equals -1/4 x minus 5, because this is a negative. B is -5 and m is -1/4. And that's it. Now, if we wanted the equation that was parallel, this, we would probably have a new y-intercept. Yes, we most definitely would. This slope would be 4 if we wanted it parallel. Why? Because it matches the original slope. And of course, we would probably have a different y-intercept. But you would solve it the exact same way. You would plug in your point, whatever point that you're given, of course, you probably wouldn't be able to use this same point because your parallel line wouldn't pass through it. But whatever the question gives you, plug in that point, use the appropriate slope, solve for b, and then write it in this form: y equals slope times x plus whatever your b is. I hope that was helpful. If you need clarification, feel free to drop a comment, and I'll do my best to address it. Thanks very much.